Hey guys, thanks for watching and welcome to episode 3 of Raising Junior, the series where we're restoring classic Alpha GT Junior from the ground up. So far in the series we made the rottissier and we started making the perimeter for the new floors to go on. So the next stage is to start working on the sills, these parts up here. Now before cutting away the old sills we have to make sure that the doors fill properly. As in, they don't rub with the sills and the gaps are even all the way around. So next we will turn our attention to the doors to be able to make sure that everything aligns properly. Before hanging the doors we're waiting on some parts and then we can move on and hang on the new doors. And these were the parts we were waiting for. So these are the door hinges. This will be an important part because we'll have to check alignment of the door against the new sill. I replaced them as the old one was cracked, so this would be very difficult to repair, so I just renewed all the hinges, and we'll also have new pins with new bushes inside, so this will help us align the door properly. So here we assembled the door with all the parts in place, such as the glass and the window mechanism, and we also used the new hinges. As we can see here, and the new hinges will take all the slack in the pin over here, so we can check the alignment on the outside of the door. So here it's the door in place from the outside. This whole exercise is to check the door gaps. Just make sure the door closes after we paint and so on. So this gap is pretty good. Moving on. This gap is already looks tighter. Here it looks terrible. So actually the gap is so tight that it's not letting the door close properly. This part is dented, so maybe the door has been repaired in the past and the gap is too big here. So the first course of action before replacing the sills is to make sure that the doors fit properly. So at this stage we stripped all the door internals, such as glass and the lock mechanism. So next we can prepare to remove the outer door skin. And we had to remove the door skin to see what's on the inside. Right away we could tell there was a lot of problems. All this white stuff is filler. The door is probably coated in a layer of filler over the skin, so that's never a good sign. From the inside we could also tell that this part had been replaced. So after grinding the door skin away, we can see the internals. So that's not a pretty sight. These two parts should join here, and the rust has eaten away. A lot of holes had been plugged, so water stayed here, which made a mess over time. Now, unfortunately, you can buy new door bottoms of the frame, but you cannot buy these new internal parts. So we'll see how we can fix this. So as you can see, the inner structure here should form a rectangle. It's all been cut away, eaten away by rust, so not a pretty sight. Even the door bottom here has been replaced. This sheet here is the original door bottom, and someone added a plate on the bottom. Here you can see the thickness of filler they added. So after some searching, luck was on our side, and I found some used doors, which is saying something because they're not so easy to come by. The door is not perfect, it was used, so I had to repeat removing the door skin process by grinding all around. So after we could remove the door skin, we could check the internals properly. So luckily, okay, it's not in mint condition, but except apart from some surface rust, the bottom is still original, still good. This part is just some surface rust, but at least it's all complete. So what we'll do is we'll try to make two proper doors from one. We'll take the internal parts of the frame and graft them onto our old door. This door also had another problem where at some point it was in some accident and someone remanufactured this in a very rough way. As you can see here, these were plasma cut or just chewed out, and even this. So we won't be able to use the inner frame. Added to the fact it's a slightly later door, so the door release mechanism here is different, has a different profile. So basically we'll just keep the bottoms and the inner structure onto our door to make one good one. We just reached the minor milestone on this door. All the major rust has been removed. And even though there's some surface rust still appearing on the outside, we're going to go through a further process to take care of that. So the next process is to solder blast both door frames and then assemble new skins on top.